Hey there everybody, my name is Ben, and this is my first video that I'm doing on making watches. Just a little information about me. What I do is I've been watching a lot of the YouTube channels that are out there and kind of listening what people have to say and trying to figure out what watch is best for me. And what I'm noticing is there are a huge number of watches that are out there that really don't get a lot of publicity. We see some of the people that are out there are doing just the watches that are popular, or the people that are kind of fitting into this certain niche. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull up and show you some of the watches that I've got, and then let you know a little bit about what I think of them and how they pertain to what you might be doing as you're looking for a watch for yourself to buy. I own a mixture of quartz and mechanicals, some divers, some aviators. I'm all over the place. So I just wanted to kind of put something out there for people to take a look at. So what I'm going to start off with is the watch that I first got when I celebrated my kind of introduction to the field. I started off with an SNK 809. That was my first introduction to it. But the thing that really got me going was I wanted to celebrate my first sell in real estate. And so what I did is I bought myself this Seiko Sumo, the SBDC 033. So let me get it off wrist here so we can take a quick look at it. So this is the watch that kind of started it all for me. Just kind of, got me going on everything. So just to kind of go over the stats on this one, it's a hefty bit of a watch. It's, just under 200 grams. I think it's 188 grams the way I've got it measured up for my 7-inch wrists. Just for reference sake, it's the Sumo, or the SBDC 033. I bought it back in 2017, so it's a couple of years old now. It's got a little bit of a patina, you might say, on it with some of the damage that I've done to it with little nicks and scratches. It's got a 6R15 movement in it. That was one of the main things that pretty much pointed me in the direction of buying this, is because I really wanted to buy something that had a great movement on the inside of it. I wasn't super impressed with the 7S26 that I'd had in my SNK, and so as a result, what I did is I bought something that could hack and hand wind, that had a nice power reserve. This one is right around a 70-hour power reserve, which is awesome in my opinion, but that's the reason why I bought it. When I got it in 2017, price was right around $425, so they haven't changed much in price. And so here's my look on it. So dimensions wise, we're looking at right around 45 millimeters from side to side. We're looking right around 13.5 thick, so it's nice and chunky. 52.5 from lug to lug. And that's kind of the basics on the size of everything. It does have a unidirectional bezel that's on this. Action on it is okay. It doesn't have much back play to it. We do have alignment. One of the reasons why I bought it is because of this very unique bezel in terms of how you can grip it. The only problem is you can only grip it in these certain spots, and so it does make it a little bit harder to actuate than other bezels that are out there. But that's one of the reasons why I bought it. It's because it was unique. Let's see what else. Hardlex crystal that's on here. Hardlex, not my favorite thing, to be honest with you. I wish it had a sapphire on it, just because I do notice over the course of the years I am getting some scratches on the face of it, and that's not kind of what I was hoping for. I like it to be a little bit more durable, especially if it's going to be a dive watch or something like that. It's supposed to be able to take it beaten. I liked it to look nice. 20 millimeter lugs right here, which means you can go out there and get plenty of extra straps that can kind of go on the end there. The bracelet, the bracelet's good in my opinion. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst. I know a lot of Seikos take a licking, so to speak, when it comes to their bracelets, but I found it useful. It looks okay. It's just got it's easily sizable because it's just got those push pins that come right out there. It does have the press clasp, which some people don't mind. Hey, for me, when it's folded over and it's locked like this, nobody can really see it anyways, so what does it really matter? I do appreciate these micro adjusts that are right here. It gives you the opportunity to size it up or size it down without removing links during the summertime, especially when you get a little bit hotter out there and things start to swell. There is a diver's extension that does go on this if you ever want to use this. I thought that was going to be a big deal for me when I was going out and I was buying it, but I will tell you this, never used it, probably never will. I'm not a diver. The most amount of diving that I do is just sitting at my desk, and you can see the scratches on here from the desk diving that I do. That's about it. So never use the diver's extension. Now as I look for watchers, I don't even care if it has a diver's extension on it or not. It's not a big deal for me. But, you can put some other aftermarket straps on it. I did use the Crafter blue strap that was out there. I didn't really like it too much because my hands sweated too much, but that was just me. sold it. It did have the curved ends right here, which did make it look nice, but not really for me. The 6R15 movement, it does okay. It runs a little bit slow on me. I'm losing about, I'd say, 5 to 8 seconds per day, you know, well within specifications, but just something that kind of, you know, you need to know as you're out looking at watches. Some things about this watch that I really like. It's, you know, it's a good beefy watch. It's definitely got a lot of wrist presence when it's on there. You can definitely feel that it's on there, and you know that you're carrying it around, which is nice. The lume on this stuff is absolutely crazy. It glows after dark for quite some time. I use it on camping trips. I'll put it on a NATO strap, and it really helps out so I can see things, what's going on at night. You know, I did like having this crown down here at the 4 o'clock position, because the ones that are at 3 o'clock sometimes tend to dig into my wrist a little bit, but having it at the 4 o'clock really helped out. And yeah, I really liked it. 200 meters of water resistance. I can go swimming anywhere, and I'm never going to have to worry about, you know, it getting wet or having any damage occur to the inside because of that. So those were some of the things that really I liked about it. Some of the things I don't like about it so much, like I said before, the Harlex crystal, not my favorite. I would like to have seen at a $400 price point to get a sapphire crystal in there, but that's something I can live without. The Sumo, the name kind of comes from these, in my opinion, comes from these short, squatty, fat numerals. It does give a distinctive feel to it, but you know, I'd like to see it a little bit more refined as you kind of go along. Also, one of the things that was mentioned by a lot of people was the dial. They loved how the blue really was deep and that kind of stuff. In my opinion, the blue is kind of bland. I've seen a lot better blues that are out there, some starbursts and whatnot. You know, it is what it is. So I was a little disappointed when I got it in the mail, and I was kind of looking at it just thinking, that's just kind of a flat blue, not my favorite overall. So, you know, there are a lot of other watches that are out there that do have dials that have a little bit more presence to them. This one, not so much. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. You know, would I buy the watch again if I had to? You know, if I had $400 and I was ready to go out and buy another watch, would I buy this one? I might think about it. It's like I said, it's got a lot of positives to it. I'm currently looking at possibly selling this watch and moving on to another one, just because I see others that are out there that are in this same price range that also, you know, have a little bit more to it than the Seiko does. The Seiko, a quality watch, absolutely. I've enjoyed the heck out of this one, and I will probably continue to do so unless I sell it. But besides that, solid watch overall. Seiko SBDC 033, to me, solid watch, and I hope you've enjoyed the review. More to come as I kind of go through what I have up in my box, and hope you tune in to take a look at some of those.